here I am again, folding laundry. It feels like it's all I do, although it's never done. I mean, eventually it does get done, but then we start right back over again. This has been sitting here for a few days because even after my kiddos went to bed, I tried to do it last night after I showered and did my other chores, and my toddler woke up. So had to put him back to sleep and then decided I was gonna go to sleep before my newborn woke up, which was like an hour after that. So we're doing this now. I have been a stay-at-home mom since Monday without my husband. I do work, but I'm mostly working around his schedule currently, so like on the weekends and evenings, and we're trying to figure that out right now. I am a nurse and a doula, birth and postpartum, and a lactation consultant. So I have a private practice doing doula and lactation consultant stuff. And I also work in 2 hospitals doing lactation work. Yes. I have my 10-week-old next to me here as well. My son, my toddler, is watching some Kid Crew on YouTube because he's very tired, but he doesn't nap anymore. So we had a nice long tantrum, and then I couldn't give in to the TV because then I'm teaching him that that's how we get what we want. So it's big flash of thunder and lightning, and that snapped him out of his tantrum, and we finally were able to talk calmly and that we don't act like that to get what we want. And then I did let him watch a little bit of TV to calm down and have a little bit of quiet time because he does not nap anymore. And I know he's tired, he's yawning, and I don't want to torture him by making him do more physical activity when he's already exhausted. So I tried to lay him down in bed. That did not go over well. So I'm just letting him have a little bit of quiet time in the living room right now. My mother-in-law gave me a bunch of clothes from when my husband was a baby. These are one pair of pants. These are so 90s. Oh, they're horoscope like signs. Or no. Oh, it's like, oh my gosh, what are these even called? Constellations. That's cute. So funny. We had some other stuff that was from my husband when he was little that my son wore, and she just found some more and gave that to me. Gonna need to freshen up these shirts of my husband's because they're now very wrinkly. Oops. It is what it is. Are you happy, guy? You're happy, guy? So I'm going back to work October 5th to one of the hospitals that I work at. And then my next work shift is October 11th. So I'm working Sunday and the following Saturday. Yeah. Yes, I am. And I have to leave my little guy, which I strongly dislike. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I've been pumping a little bit to try to get prepared for leaving and having him take a bottle. He's only taken 1 bottle, which is not super ideal. Theoretically, you should be giving them on a regular basis to make sure that they are used to them and can take one if you're going to be leaving them. It's good in general because you never know if there's going to be a circumstance that you have to leave them, even if you don't plan to, or you're a stay-at-home mom and you exclusively nurse directly at the breast. But it is recommended usually to start around 6 weeks so that they can get used to it. I usually tell people for the first month to just focus mostly on direct breastfeeding so that it's not super complicated and that you're not creating an oversupply potentially, and that you can just get the latching down before you're introducing the bottle as well. But then after that, it is good to introduce a bottle on a regular basis just so that you do have the option to bottle feed them if you end up needing to. So I've been freezing everything I've pumped so that there's enough for when I do go back to work, which is less than 2 weeks away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I do have to pump again to get enough for a bottle so that we can practice. I don't know how to pronounce the brand of bottles we got. It's like Gluacola. Gluacola. They're glass bottles and they have the ideal nipple shape and they're slow flow, and they were tested for lead by another lactation consultant that I follow on Instagram, with like a lead expert, and they were found to not contain any lead, and the ones we were using before did have a little bit of lead in them. They were so low in lead that it was like barely a problem, but really the threshold is, oh, you tooted, excuse you. No lead. No lead is safe. Oh my goodness. Baby's tooting away over here. So, what's that noise? So I did buy the different brand of baby bottles that tested negative for lead. I can feel good about it. We try to only use glass bottles, but we still store my milk in plastic bags. I tried to do the silicone storage bags, but there was only like 6 of them, and then you got to clean them and it's a whole thing, and then when you have them in there then you run out and you don't have anything to store in. So if you're trying to have like any sort of freezer stash, it's not the best option. And I say that very loosely because my freezer stash is like usually 30 ounces max. I think when I was working, I sometimes had more than that, but I would cycle through it. When I was working, my son would get whatever was in the freezer stash, so I don't keep any excess on hand. I like to just nurse directly when I'm with them and pump while I'm at work and not really have like too much hanging out in the freezer. The only time that was a problem was when my mom unexpectedly went into cardiac arrest, and she was in the hospital for like 5 days before we took her off of life support, and I didn't have enough milk for that. So that was a little bit stressful, but I was able to pump enough to get my son through. It was a little less than ideal. Like, we definitely didn't have a ton, but I went home obviously in between visiting her, nursed my son, and then tried to pump a little bit. I was like super stressed and not taking very good care of myself, and I was already nursing him directly, so I wasn't getting a ton of output. So it would have been nice if I had some in the freezer. So I do think there's a balance. I don't want anybody to be like stressing themselves out to get a huge freezer stash, but you should have a little bit just in case of emergencies, like my scenario. not the best time of day to do a live. Everyone's probably working. Yeah. Hello, if you're joining, where are you joining from and what are you up to? Yeah. You talking? You talking? Put your burp cloths right next to you. These were your daddy's pants when, oh, Toot Man, when he was a baby. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's crazy. Anybody else feel that you cannot catch up with your house stuff? I don't know how people do it. I try to keep like a relatively clean house. I don't like chaos. It like really is not good for my brain. I function a lot better when things are organized to an extent. I mean, there's many places in my house that are not organized at all like I would like them to be, but I do much better when things are organized. So I try really hard to keep things orderly, and it just doesn't work out having little ones around. And obviously I love them being creative. Well, it's really just my toddler right now, but I love that he's creative and playing and doing all the things. So I welcome the mess to some extent, but then it's just like, when do you actually get around to cleaning it up? Like I said, we've been home by ourselves for the past 4 days, and you know, when it was just my son, it was a lot easier. But now there's 2 of them, and I'm trying to figure out how to balance meeting everybody's needs, getting anything done, taking care of myself a little bit. And it's just been a little challenging. I've been having a little bit of mom guilt because I feel like I either have to give the baby or the toddler attention, and I baby wear and try to include both of them in what we're doing, but you know, obviously very different age groups, and it's challenging to do that sometimes. And then the baby needs a nap and the toddler is being a little loud. And I feel bad for my baby because he's overtired, and I can't, without using TV, which I don't like to do all the time, get my toddler to relax. And then even when he is watching TV nowadays, he's always like, I want you, come watch with me. And I know that he, you know, just likes to spend time with me, and that's amazing and super sweet, and I want to spend time with him too, but when do you get stuff done? And I have to sleep because who knows when they're gonna wake up in the night. Yeah. So how are we doing it? How are we balancing it all? I'm an expert in like pregnancy, baby stuff, but beyond that, I'm learning right alongside everybody else, trying to figure it out. Yeah. And I feel like it is important to keep like an orderly home because your kids thrive when there's order too. So I feel like it is important to pay attention to the well-being of your house as well. So yeah, just trying to figure out the balance. It's a rainy day here. It's supposed to rain like 4 days in a row. Not all day, but to some extent. I'm going to be posting some more videos in the near future whenever I catch up on all of this and can do a little bit of editing. Usually I do that at night. But I have videos recorded about pushing and how to get your baby in a good position for birth. And then I'm going to be doing a video about DEMER, dysphoric milk ejection reflex, because someone requested that. And then I'm going to be doing some mom hack videos, like testing out different mom hacks. So that should be fun. And then I have some nesting videos and some like pregnancy stuff, and then just some like vlogs, because I don't think I've ever posted a vlog on this channel. And I want to just share a little bit more about my personal mom life, because some people find that interesting. I know I find it interesting to watch other people's motherhood experiences. So yeah, I'm going to post some of that as well. What kind of videos do you like to watch? Do you like vlog style? Do you like more educational, informational, sit down, talking head videos? Curious what everybody is interested in. Matching socks, very exciting stuff. It's got to be done. We're almost through our first laundry basket. Can't wait for it to be nicer weather here so we can go out and do some fun fall stuff. Just looking through all my pictures and videos on my phone, and there's just so much fun stuff to do around here during fall time. Summer used to be my hands down favorite holiday season, but now I've definitely become more of a fall girl. There's just so much fun stuff to do, and it's so pretty with all the leaves changing color. Do you live in a place with different seasons, or is it always pretty stable where you live? Start putting some of this away. Yeah. You in your hand. You hungry? I've already gotten to a point where we have socks that don't have mates in the baby's drawer. It didn't take long. So funny. How does that happen? They get lost. Where do they get lost? Love to know. We are transitioning my toddler into his own room eventually. Who knows when it'll happen. But my neighbor gave us their toddler bed, so we're gonna set that up. We have all the wood pieces behind us. It's like a house. Oh my goodness, excuse you. It's like a house wooden bed. And it matches his dresser, which is exciting. Hi, Bubs. It's exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to build that this week. My son's super excited about it. And I've been like sad about transitioning him into his own room, but it's definitely getting to be that time. I like having them close to me and knowing what they're doing and that they're okay. But I think that we will all sleep better if he is in his own room, and I think he will enjoy it once he gets used to it. I'm not going to be too strict about it. If he ends up back in our room, that's totally fine. But we'll at least try to start the night with him in his own room. See how that goes. Sometimes I wonder if I should just start doing that method where you don't fold at all and you just throw everything into bins or into the dresser, but I'm just like super type A and I don't know if I can handle it. But I just am like, am I wasting my life? Am I wasting my life folding clothes? Sometimes it feels that way. All right, so we're mostly done with that first bin. First laundry basket. My friend just called me. She recently had a baby and she has some questions. So I am going to hop off of here so I can chat with her, and then maybe I'll jump on later and check back in with you guys. I hope you're having a great Thursday. If you are watching this back, please subscribe for more motherhood content. Mostly it's educational and informational stuff about pregnancy, birth, postpartum, breastfeeding, but there's also some of my own personal experience as a mom of 2 and someone who has been breastfeeding for almost 3 years now. Thank you so much for joining. Talk to you later.